All right. Hello, everyone. Cindy here with Will. We are Grow community members, and we are here today to talk about a proposal that has been submitted for the Grow blockchain. It's been worked on by several community members who have some with a lot of experience in blockchain projects and who've seen what works and what doesn't, and how to keep our community motivated, how to decentralize and start working within a community council framework and that decentralized governance framework. And so we're going to talk about that. I'm the proposer of this vote, which is really exciting for me. And the vote is going to open today or tomorrow and will remain open until midnight, well, 11:59 p.m. on February 14th, and that is Mountain Time, 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time, February 14th. Should give us all time to read it over, decide what we think about the proposed changes, and then vote. And so I'm just excited here. Will, thanks for coming to talk about it with me, and tell me, it's a lot of changes. Why will you be voting in favor of these changes in the proposal?
To me, this feels like the right progression to being a more decentralized blockchain, being a more community-owned blockchain. And I've used the example before of what I feel like the Grow blockchain is doing is it's building the railroad for decentralization underneath the mission of nourishing the world with agriculture and food. Well, we built that railroad, but now you need a clear path for people to come put their cars on it, put their trains on, use the railroad, grow it, tell us which way the rails need to be built. And we kind of reached that point. If I were to look back on from the founding of Grow until now, you kind of have 5 steps to build a successful blockchain. And to me, the first is you have to have the right technology to be able to launch it. So, and the money to fund that, which luckily we've been able to have with our community members. We got the technology. We are our own blockchain focused on nourishing the world. 2, you have to start the path of decentralization, which to us is 1, have a core governance framework, which we have in the DGF, and then 2, get enough community members in it. So it's not just 10 or 50 people that are raising their hands believing in it and running it like a normal Web 2 based company. So we've done that. We have tens of thousands of nodes running, tens of thousands of wallets and people that believe in it, which gives us the mass of people, a true community that can be decentralized. Then you have to start going to market. We're right in those phases between 2 and 3. And I feel like this vote really sets us up for success to start becoming more decentralized. And as community members start to find our true role on where we live and what we should be doing on the blockchain. Up to this point, everything has been built around running a node, essentially. So if you purchase a node license and you run that node, you get a set amount of action points, and the distribution of the Grow rewards or anything that comes through Grow distribution is basically, did you run the node or not? It's actually pretty binary right now. Is the node on? Is it not? Yes, no. As long as it's on, everybody's created equal. Well, going forward, based off of the proof of action protocol that we've been built on, there are a lot of different actions that can be taken that are not just running a node. So now that we have enough nodes to be fairly decentralized, we need to start allowing other actions to earn rewards and earn action points based on what they're doing. And so this vote allows that to start to happen so that we can start having not just running a node, purely running the license, but am I building on that node? Am I adding data to that node? Am I a farmer producing data? Am I buying from farmers that support the blockchain? And then also, it makes it much, much more clear from a governance framework. Like, how do these proposals work? Who's proposing them? How much does it cost to make a proposal? And how is the community council functioning based off of the desires of the community? So all of that inside of this new vote allows, in my opinion, a true community council to come in and run based off of the votes and proposals and actions of the community. So number 1, if I were to kind of rank it out, 1 is clear governance frameworks. Number 2, moving into true proof of action, which is where we always want it to be. We're just at that step now. And then it also provides more transparency. So now as we're putting more things on chain, more data going on chain, more transparency from the council, not just the original founding team, how is that happening? What's happening inside of the community? One thing I mentioned on, which is kind of another bullet point, is the proposal fee. So the way that this vote works is there's a proposal fee of $25,000 USD paid in Grow. So Cindy, as the proposer, is going to take Grow, equivalent to that, and then go out and make this proposal. Well, once that's done, she can then receive that back for this current vote. The reason that we have that is having some barrier of entry, so not everyone's proposing, hey, I want to change the Grow logo from green to yellow today, and us getting 7 proposals every day that we have to waste time on. So it just creates a gate to where people come in and can build on the chain. The other reason that this is important, when you look at very large decentralized blockchains, you might take some in the top 10, a lot of those are very open source. In Grow, on the path that we're on to decentralization and to being more transparent and open source, we're on that path. This is the next step in it where we're making proposals that have true thought behind them and actually align with the mission. The reason that that gate and that proposal system exists is so that not everybody can just come build. I personally don't think it's a good idea if somebody wanted to start tracking cocaine out of wherever that is manufactured all over the world, okay? And so if you look at some of the things that Bitcoin was used for early on, it was money laundering, different nefarious things. That's because it was completely open source more from the beginning. We don't want that. That, in my opinion, would ruin the success of Grow and doesn't align with the mission. And so because we have these gates via the community, we can really make sure that we stay aligned until we grow large enough and have the right structures in place that we can be more and more open source to all the projects that want to come on the chain. And then lastly is just how this defines node ownership, the ability to transfer nodes, move them between different people. What does it mean to be a node owner? As I mentioned earlier, I've been running nodes, Cindy's been running nodes, everyone in our community that's running nodes. That's what we've done. Now, in order for Grow to go to the next level, we have to start defining those actions and either choose to continue to run that node, choose to continue making positive actions, or not. And that is totally fine. Just as an example, if I didn't want to run my node anymore, I don't have to. And I would just stop receiving the rewards. If you've ran it for the last 2 years, you've received an upfront chunk of those rewards that are yours, that you can do anything that you want with them. But as things continue to grow, there will be more and more actions to take, and then we decide if we want to take those actions. This was actually taught to me by someone who used to Bitcoin mine. QuantumBit was a very large Bitcoin miner, and every time the Bitcoin halving happens, every 4 years, there's an increase in workload. You're constantly managing your power output, and you have to make the decision, do I want to continue to take the action to pay for the power to run this miner to receive Bitcoin? That is the philosophy that we're taking into Grow. Do I believe in where we're going? Do I believe that this is still set up, and do I want to continue to support it, yes or no, by running a node or continuing to grow the network? Now for me, just my last little rant here, Cindy, is I believe in where we are with Grow. I believed in it from the beginning with the mission of nourishing the world. But when I look around, today it's Wednesday, February 4th. We've got a lot of things happening in the world. We have the lowest Bitcoin and Ethereum price we've had in a little while. We have gold and silver who went on a massive rip, dropping down, and a lot of crazy things, frankly, happening in the world. I believe that this is all a tee-up to be set up for more transparency in every large system that happens in global trade and world relationships. Grow, as far as I know, is the largest decentralized blockchain focused on the agriculture space. We have set the foundation to be that player, not only be the biggest player in the space, but be the closest and most on the path to being community owned and truly decentralized, and that is the way forward. And so as we have new products, things like our creditations, our farm tracing stuff, our ability to buy food with Grow tokens, those are only going to grow and expand, and we are very, very early. I know some of us have been in this for 3 or 4 years, and it's been a grind, but it's still very, very early. And so as we move, as we grow, I think we're positioned in a really great place, which is why I've worked on this vote, support this vote, and hope that it goes through here in the next 10 days so that we can continue to move, grow, and accomplish the mission that we have.
Yeah, thank you. I think in the past, a lot of people who have come in, not everyone, but the way the rewards were distributed for running a node, it was kind of set it and forget it. Now we get to be a lot more intentional in what we're doing, in what we're choosing to maximize the rewards that we can earn. Maybe it's sharing your share link for Grow and somebody setting up a wallet and eventually choosing to become a node owner. That's going to get points and distribution in a way that just running your node, you're still getting distribution for that, but it's going to be different. And so we all get to choose with everything that's happening in the world. We get to choose to be more active and to be intentional with where we're putting our attention, with where we're putting our efforts. And I love what Grow is able to do and what we have built with all of your help and what is coming through. And this vote is going to open that up for a lot more. So I'm excited to be the proposer. On the fee, I do want to say, that was a crowd-funded fee. I'm the one who submitted it, but multiple people contributed to that because multiple people believe in this proposal, right? You do not have to bear that cost alone. If there's something that's meaningful to the community, then everybody contributes to that fee. And the fee goes to the battery, which is being established with this vote. So the fee goes right back to the community. There's not some individual or somebody, raking in their Grow and stacking them up. It is all benefiting the community. So it will come back on this particular vote. It can come back if the vote passes. Otherwise, that fee just goes to the battery, goes to the community. But I'm not submitting something frivolous. I'm not being silly. And it was multiple funding sources. Okay. I did not have to scrape that all together by myself because there are lots of people who believe in this proposal. So keep that in mind when we're talking about that proposal process. You're not in it alone. It is still community driven. And it benefits the community because it will go to the battery, which funds our projects and helps us keep things moving, keeps the blockchain alive. So it's a pretty cool thing that it's all regenerative. It's all a loop, which is what Grow is about. So thanks, Will. The next step that in order to participate in the vote is actually to make sure you know where your Grow private keys are, and you need to be able to connect your Grow wallet to MetaMask and then connect MetaMask to the DGF site. We're going to record that again for you later with different community members. We want more participation from everyone in our community. So we'll get a recording of that if you have questions on that process. And there will be some FAQs that come out as well. So that's all we've got right now on the proposal. You're going to see us talking about it a lot. It will be open until midnight, 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time on February 14th. So show your love for Grow by participating in that vote. And we will talk to you all again later. Thanks, Will.